Hello everyone! It has been quite a while. Today I am presenting to you a captivating new gadget called the Helio Strap. Generally, the wristbands or watches we use are outfitted with display screens, and they come in diverse shapes such as square, circular, or rectangular. However, this one doesn't have any display screen, so why buy this? It's actually quite interesting because when the first generation of the Xiaomi Mi Band was released, I still really liked that kind, which didn't have a screen and only had 3 dots to show whether you've reached your step count for the day. It's that kind of thing. It seems like a subtly encouraging health device, so today... it has just been launched today, and I have the package right here with me. It's relatively compact overall. Let's go ahead and tear it open from this side. Oh, it's a little bit tough. Let's go ahead and open it up. Here it is. This is the primary unit. Let's examine the additional items. So this is its compact charger, and it possesses a small Type-C port for contact-based charging. Surprisingly, it appears they did not include a cable, but that's perfectly alright. I have an abundance of cables myself, so it's not a concern at all. Now let's examine this petite strap, which can be considered as a wristband. It can also function as an armband, and you can actually decide where to wear it. At first touch, even before opening the packaging, it feels very light, like really very light. These things might just be around... I think it's just a few dozen grams, maybe around 20 or 30 grams. Overall, it has a nylon-like wristband feel. Okay, In general, it seems that this particular component from Bandai is indeed capable of being detached. It incorporates a quick-release mechanism, and on the reverse side, there is a heart rate sensor. Needless to say, it's remarkably lightweight, so it's undoubtedly constructed from plastic. However, considering that the emphasis is on being lightweight, I don't mind the use of plastic materials. Furthermore, the price is initially set at $6.99, but if you are a returning customer, you can receive a 100 discount, reducing it to $5.97. The price is firmly established here, correct? So precisely how do you go about wearing it? Oh, it's somewhat of a hassle to put on. Isn't there a more extended version available? It appears that they did not offer a lengthier option. Is there truly no lengthier strap option available? Isn't this strap somewhat excessively constricting? It is somewhat of a challenge to put it on. Honestly speaking, I believe it is acceptable, not excessively problematic. But I think if your wrist were a bit bigger, it might be hard for you to wear this. Okay, well, let's put it on. It's perfectly fine like this. That's exactly what it is. Just like that, normally you can use it as a pouch and leave it here. It recognizes body energy, sleep patterns, and physical activity. Alright, it's done. And at this moment, there's actually a system update. What's interesting is that it can function independently, just like a wristband or a watch. It's just that it doesn't have a screen or message notifications, but it can set an alarm. However, I think it could be improved in the future. For example, if there are certain notifications where I just get a vibration as an alert, just to let me know something's there, and that's all I need to know. I think this should still be updated via OTA, because since you've already enabled vibration for alarms, you could also enable it for notifications. In any case, this could be a personal choice. You can choose to turn it off, or you can turn it on and use it as part of your daily routine. It's a lightweight tool to assist with message notifications, which is actually quite useful, right? Okay, now it's already connected. We can see that it has health monitoring features, like high heart rate alerts, low heart rate alerts, and heart rate push notifications. It can connect with your Balance 2 device, and there's also a heart rate push feature. I can try this out later to see if it can connect to devices like Huawei. After you turn on the alarm, you can cancel the vibration by tapping the front of the device, which is pretty nice. But tomorrow, I want to see how the vibration actually feels. Is the vibration strong or not? Because for me, I actually have pretty high requirements for the vibration of devices worn on the wrist. For example, with the previous Apex 2 Pro, its vibration effect was really poor. For Meet was just too weak, almost useless as a reminder. This kind of, how should I put it, is a kind of assistance. And the software has actually been updated a lot as well. I remember a long time ago when I was using the TRX2, the software hadn't gone through so many updates yet. Now, looking at the overall interface, I think it's more reasonable and logical. There's body battery, sleep, activity. Of course, I haven't used these features yet. Resting heart rate variability and things like that are all presented here in a more data-driven way. I think this part is done even better, sleep and activity, including here. And there's also exercise. Here there's a workout coach, but here it doesn't support, that is, the strap doesn't support a workout coach. There's also a weekly activity report. Here you can manually log some exercises, so it also allows you to record workouts. Otherwise, You can let the AI automatically detect them, or you can just open it on your phone and manually log them yourself. So this is how it feels after using it for a while. First of all, this device definitely isn't something for the general public. Most people will still prefer devices with screens. But for some people, this is actually pretty good and quite useful. I think it's especially suitable for those who don't want their lives to be overly interrupted by wristbands or smartwatches with displays, because after all, you have to look at them, and sometimes if you look at them for too long, you start to feel it. Everything is connected and synced with your phone, and it can actually record quite a lot. As for how well it tracks exercise and how accurate its records are, I'll go work out in a bit and show you. Let's first take a look at how well it monitors exercise, and we'll compare it to the Huawei GT5 Pro. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, I've just finished my workout and haven't stopped the timer yet. Alright, here we go. The timing here is basically only off by 3 seconds, because when it starts, it begins immediately. But this one will count down 3, 2, 1. So let's stop this one first. 1, 2, 3. We're trying to be as precise as possible. And then we'll long press to end it. Long press to finish. Alright, let's skip the heart rate recovery for now. As you can see, first let's look at the watch. 159, 159. You can see 159, 159, just these two. First, in terms of calorie calculation, these two are calculated the same way. As for the GT5 Pro, first of all, its accuracy really shouldn't be an issue, since I've used it for a long time and it doesn't give wildly inaccurate readings. As a consumer-grade health monitoring device, I think its accuracy is quite good. Except for the occasional inaccuracy in sleep tracking, the rest of its measurements are generally pretty accurate. Now, let's go back to the Huawei Health app and take a look at the overall status of the records this time. I chose free training. So you can see from this chart that the average heart rate is 104 and the maximum heart rate is 125. Basically, this is the waveform graph you get. Looking at this side, the average is 105 and the maximum is 128. So actually the difference isn't that big. And during my actual workout, I noticed that the heart rate monitoring on both sides was basically the same. The heart rate readings might differ by about 1 or 2 beats. Most of the time, the master strap will be slightly higher by 1 or 2 beats. But in most cases, the readings were exactly the same. So, at least for this particular workout session, I personally feel that the strap's heart rate monitoring capabilities are basically quite reliable there. Really shouldn't be any significant or major issues with its overall accuracy whatsoever. Later on, we'll use it over a longer period to check out some of its other integrated features. After wearing it for a while, it already started displaying things like body energy, but since I just got it and have only worn it for less than an hour, the body energy reading definitely isn't that accurate yet. It definitely needs a whole day to calculate a more accurate body energy value. You can see that the workout consumed 2 points of body energy. Okay, got it. So it goes through a calculation process, which is quite interesting. I'll see how it actually performs after I use it for a longer period. One thing I personally care about is this body energy feature, whether it can accurately reflect my own perception of my physical and mental state, and whether it matches up. Also, since the strap is a health monitoring device without a screen, I don't treat it as just an accessory to another watch, like a heart rate strap, but rather as something I wear all day, just like a smartwatch. I'll be looking at its advantages, disadvantages, and areas where I think the next generation could be improved. After a long-term experience, we'll take another look to see how it really performs. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.